everyone. I'm sure some of you have heard of the tale of two cities. Well, this one, I'm going to tell you about the tale of two House of Representative members, two female House of Representative members. One was speaking and was being intimidated and literally being bullied by her colleagues, and the other one was speaking, and of course, she had the space to say what she wanted to speak. The one that was bullied was the one that was talking about the fact that people was talking about the people and the suffering that the people were going through, and that she didn't feel there was a need for celebration of the Independence Day, while the other one, of course, that was giving all the room was the one that was literally saying to us that the cattleman values his cow more than his own life. So you know what it is, where they were having discussion on telling us that cattle were also citizens. So there's someone called Dr. Oikena Asezobo, who said he was sending a message to the House of Representatives, and he said, on May 29, 2024, you people bullied Professor Obi Lilian Orogbu and prevented her from speaking freely at plenary while she was giving a brilliant speech and clearly speaking the minds of millions of Nigerians. But on June 6, 2024, he said, however, you allowed Aisha to Daku to freely speak at plenary while foolishly placing a cow above human life. These events are a testament of how unintelligent and evil many of you in that green chamber are. It's a shame that we, the masses, continue to allow you people in positions of power. I hope soon, he said, we will show you all the way out, bunch of rubber stamp representatives. But before I go on too much, just take a listen at this. Just take a listen and watch this video of Professor Obi.
This celebration is coming to me with so much mixed feelings, because Nigerians are all watching us. Nigerians are listening to us. Those people we are representing are listening to us. How much of this democracy, unbroken democracy that we are celebrating today, how has it translated to, unbroken food security? How has it transferred and transformed into unbroken security in the nation? How has it transformed into unbroken access to education, access to health care? And we're talking about celebration of democracy. The democracy is government of the people, for the people, by the people. And it should actually change the lives of our people. We are representing our people. Our people are hungry back home. For me, to be honest with you, Mr. Speaker, there is nothing to celebrate.
Oh, you're saying we should not celebrate
we should
democracy?
be looking at celebrating food security. We should be looking at celebrating access to health care. So we should be looking at celebrating. There are a lot of things to celebrate. We know that we have had unbroken. Excuse me, please. I need to be protected. I need to be protected, Mr. Speaker.
You are protected, but democracy is what is protecting you.
So
democracy has given you that place you are standing.
We have on this floor.
To be a parliamentarian, it's democracy that gave you that platform. Are you saying you are not celebrating it?
How has it impacted? We needed to move a step further. We needed to move a step further. If I am here and it has brought me here, how has it impacted my own people? That's what I'm talking about, Mr.
Okay,
Speaker.
Thank you very much.
So please,
thank you.
We are celebrating, I am celebrating, but we should be
okay, you are celebrating it now.
Implement what we have been doing here.
Okay, thank you. So you are celebrating it now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, Professor B has ended up saying that she is celebrating democracy.
I can't even imagine. See someone who is saying the right thing publicly and still being afraid. She's asking for protection. Look at that man that is wearing red cap, that wore that red cap behind. Go and look at it if you did. See the way he was doing his face, as how dare she? All the other ones eagerly raising their head and as if she's there committing some crime. As if just because she's saying, look, this celebration, of what essence is this celebration when people are suffering? In what way have people felt the impact of democracy? And only God knows what courage it took her to do and what punishment she's going to receive for doing that particular this thing. That's why we need more courageous people there in the National Assembly, the House of Representatives, and also Senate. Let's get people in there. For me, that's what we must do. We must go in, get people in there to shake that whole place and turn it upside and let people sit down and then begin to think about the people who voted them into office and not think about them. Remember what I said earlier? It's a tale of two different House of Representative members, female House of Representative members. Now we are going to have a watch at and see what transpired with the other female representative speaker.
I don't know why Nigerians, we have become so edgy now. Maybe because of the food we eat now. We eat so much of Maggi. We have become so impatient that we don't want to listen to each other. We don't want to, provide solutions that will be workable to our country. Mr. Speaker, I sit here, my colleague is saying the cattle and the herdman, values his cows more than the lives he is killing, which is not true. You can't sit down here and just make conclusions. Yes, the herdsman values even the life of the cow more than his own life. That is how God has created him.
No cow, not even 10 billion cows, is up or has enough value like a human being. It's not up to one human life. So when you say God has created them in such a manner that they value their cows more than human beings, I find that very insulting
I just see from the
and demeaning.
comments on that the post that this doctor made. One said, Ochiabutu, he said, see the boldness and confidence she's using to defend a cow. Another one said, cows now have human rights in the eyes of House members. What a joke. That's the joke that we find ourselves in. If there's anything that tells you that the people who voted into office and those who rig their ways into office and do all sorts of things, that they do not care about the people, this is it. If you needed any confirmation about that, this is absolutely that they don't really care. And these are people who just sit down there. All they're thinking about is the money that they are going to spend, is the bill, is the cars they are going to get, and that's all. They are enjoying, they are balling, their families are enjoying, so they don't care what happens, in Nigeria. They don't care what is going on amongst the people. But we must care. We must ensure that we do not allow this to continue on with impunity. We must ensure that this has to be stopped. It's as simple. These are the same people who are saying they cannot pay minimum wage, but they can pay themselves humongous amount of money. They can buy foreign vehicles from themselves. They can use the foreign exchange that we don't have and take it to go and buy frivolous things for themselves. They can give themselves all sorts of allowances. They even have hardship allowances. Meanwhile, they are not the ones who are suffering. The people of Nigeria are the ones who are suffering, but they are the ones who are getting the hardship allowance. And all of this nonsense and all of this impunity can keep going on as long as the people do not stand up and say that they need better from the people that they voted for. And you see what this person has said, mentioning and asking the House of Representatives that why is it that the person who is speaking for the people is the one who is being punished, whereas the person who is speaking for the cows have all the room and all the protection and all the space to audaciously be defending cattle. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.